When Michael Dukakis was the governor of Massachusetts, he took MBTA to the State House every single day. Well, today the transit app and a smartphone would make that ride easier. Hi there, I'm Jane Gould, a volunteer with the TRIPS program and a transportation professional.
And I'm Maria, the Community Outreach Specialist for the TRIPS program in the town of Brookline. We seek to help older adults learn about and utilize the transportation resources available to them.
So today we're going to demonstrate the uses and benefits of the transit app.
This app is the only MBTA-endorsed smartphone app that gives you real-time information on local buses and subways. Transit can make it easier to find a nearby transit line, make sure it's on time, and explore new routes.
So I'm a long-term transit user, and usually I know, almost all the time, I know where I want to go. But there's always the problem of how long do you have to be there and when is the vehicle coming? That's the real issue. And so the advantage of this app on the front end is it tells you how many minutes until the vehicle that you're expecting will arrive at the place you're expecting it to do. And then once you're on it, the fact that it tells you how many stops to go. And it will tell you which one you have to make transfers to. So it's good.
First and most importantly, the transit app lets you know when a bus or train is coming. Some transit stops in the MBTA system, they have electronic arrival and departure boards, but many of them do not. The transit app is a great alternative.
Another great feature is the transit app works just as well outside of Boston and covers hundreds of other transit systems. This means you can use transit in Worcester or Washington, D.C. Even if you don't use public transit regularly, the transit app still has a lot to offer. Here are some things to consider. You can learn which transit stops are near to you. You can also discover a variety of routes to any destination, whether you are a regular rider or an occasional snowy day user.
Hi, I'm Sherry, and I live in South Brookline, the other side of Brookline. And I take public transportation now for several years. I stopped driving because I didn't have a car, but I still keep my driver's license just in case. And I just recently, maybe the past couple of weeks, got the MBTA transit app, and I'm still learning how to use it. It's a challenge because I don't know that much about technology, but it saves me time from having to stand outside in the cold with the little paper schedule, trying to figure out, is the bus coming or did I miss it? And the app has been very helpful, so I've been able to get out there maybe 5 minutes before. But this morning I was dilly-dallying and I looked at the app and it said 0. I grabbed my things and ran out to the bus stop, and in a little while the bus came up the road and I made it to Cleveland Circle, and then I take the green line down to Winchester Street to come down to the senior center for the programs and to volunteer.
I'm Monique, I'm a retired librarian, and I have had a smartphone for only about 6 months now. So I'm still actually learning how to use a smartphone, and I sort of at times think, I'd rather be at my computer, but I downloaded the transit app, and I use it mainly to find out what time the tea is going to arrive. But one of the other things is that there's a lot of places I don't like to drive to. So I use it to find out what my tea options are to get there.
Let's recap. Here is what the transit app will do. It will tell you when your bus or train is arriving. It will offer transit lines that you may not have thought of, and it takes the uncertainty out of public transportation. You know when the vehicle is coming, how long the trip's going to take, and how many stops between your boarding and exit.
Now we are going to review how to use the app. Transit is an app or application you download to your smartphone. Before using the app, make sure your location services are turned on and you are connected to Wi-Fi or cellular data. The transit icon looks like this. When you tap to open the app, at the top there is a map with a blue dot. The blue dot is your location. In the middle of the screen, there is a green box that says Where To. At the bottom of the screen, it will suggest several different transit lines near to your location.
While we are looking at the screen, we want to show you something cool.
If you pick a bus or subway and slide your finger to the right, it will show you the arrival times in one direction. And if you slide your finger to the left, you will see the arrival time in the other direction. Let's do that one more time. Think of it as inbound and outbound. If you tap a line, the map shows real-time information as well as the scheduled times for the stops along the route. But let's go back and pick a destination. Tap the Where To bar. Today we are going to the Public Library of Boston. If I type that in, it will show different ways of getting there. Pick the one that's closest or involves, say, less walk time, whatever your preference is.
Once you've selected a particular bus or train, the screen will jump to the route you are taking. The green pin is your location and the red pin is your destination. And over here at the bottom of the page, it'll show you when you have to leave and how long it will take. If I wanted to leave the senior center, let's say, and go to Brookline Village, I would have to get the 66 bus in 15 minutes. You can swipe up to see the full route and what lines you'll be traveling on. But alternatively, if I go to the Boston Public Library, the map would show me the directions for using the green line, the trolley, to get there. And that's it. You're ready to go. Grab your bag, follow the directions, use the app.
One thing we've learned from using this app and working with older adults is that the screen can become very cluttered. The following screens help simplify the information you see when you open the app. Starting at the home screen of the app, tap the settings icon, the gearbox at the top left corner of the app. The top of the screen has 3 different settings options. They show a smiley face, railroad track, and a sideways S icon. The first screen, the smiley face icon, allows you to select which lines you want to see first. These will be your favorite lines.
To set your favorite lines, return to the home screen. The lines closest to your location will show up first. Tap a line. At the center of the screen is a star. If you tap this, it will make this line as your favorite and it will show up first.
Let's go back into the settings and look at this screen with the icon that looks like a railroad track. At the top of the screen, you can enter your home and work addresses so you don't have to type them every time you open the app. Further down this screen is a section called My Transit Modes. It lets you select with a green check mark just the travel modes you want to use. For example, I don't use the ferry during the winter. The third section is really useful. You can identify routes that have elevators and other accessible features. You can even tell the app to find a route for you that minimizes the distance you have to walk.
For people with limited mobilities, another nice feature is the fact that in the settings on this, you can say, show me only accessible options. And that's a big help because you never have to get somewhere and then the bus comes and it doesn't have any steps. And you're frustrated and you're frustrated, you got nowhere to go. So it's a very good application for that.
The next section lets you specify other modes like travel on bikes, ride hail, or walking.
Finally, if you tap into the icon on the sideways S, you can see information on where to get help from the MBTA and additional questions. Remember to back out of these screens, tap Done in the top right-hand corner. This will always return you to the Transit Home screen. If you are a power user, there are a couple of useful things you can do to enhance your trip with the Transit app. One of them is called Go, that's G-O. This connects you to other riders on the bus or train. And by connecting with these riders, you'll know if the bus or train is crowded. They will contribute this information. Go will also send you transit alerts when it's time to catch your ride. Hey, look at this, Maria. There's a 66 bus headed near the senior center really soon. Should we take it?
Sure, let's go.
So Maria, here we are at the senior center today. Let's take this app out for a spin and go on a trip so we can see it in action.
Fun. We'll use the app to take public transportation to meet Nancy for coffee. Nancy always uses public transportation, so let's see what route she ends up taking and we can compare routes. I'm going to open up the app and I'm going to type the cafe where we're going in the where to. It looks like right now it's giving us a couple of different options, but the first option doesn't require any transfers. So that seems like the best one right now.
Great. It says in that case it will take the bus. With that route, we need to get off at Webster and Washington, and it'll only be a 1-minute walk to the cafe. Hey, the 66 bus, it's just around the corner from here, and we can see that on the map it's really close. So let's walk over to the bus stop now.
Great, let's go.
Hi Jane, it's Nancy. I'm leaving now. I'm going to check the app for the best route. I'm taking the green line, the C line, and to Coolidge Corner and picking up the 66 bus. I should be there in about 20 minutes. You made it. How was your bus ride?
It was so quick and easy.
Hey, what route did you take?
I took the green line down to Coolidge Corner, and then I took the 66 to here. What about you?
So we just walked over from the senior center to the 66 bus stop.
The app made it so easy. Hey guys, let's go get coffee. Using the transit app gave Nancy, Maria, and I a lot of great information about our trip taking, how long the route would take, how far we had to walk, and the current location of the vehicles on the map. So it made timing and departure really easy.
Yes, next time you need to get somewhere or just want a little adventure, check out the options on the transit app.